Imagine the shock when the son of a high-ranking police chief brazenly believes he's untouchable and in broad daylight assaults a 70-year-old Vietnam veteran, thinking his father's badge makes him above the law. Derek Cole strode into Judge Frank Caprio's courtroom with arrogance dripping from every gesture, convinced his wealth and family name would protect him, mocking the victim as he smirked, "My dad runs this city. You can't touch me, old man." The courtroom fell into stunned silence, unaware that his father, Police Chief Thomas Cole, was sitting quietly in the back, watching as his son dismantled decades of trust, honor, and integrity with each careless word and gesture. The case was shocking. 3 days earlier, Derek, speeding through Roger Williams Park in his BMW, had nearly hit Robert Martinez, a decorated 70-year-old Marine and Purple Heart recipient who simply raised his hand to signal him to slow down. Witnesses say Derek leapt out of the car, shoved Martinez violently to the ground, leaving him bleeding and broken, and then casually drove off, taunting bystanders with, "Do you know who I am? My father is the police chief. Call the cops. I dare you." The incident left Martinez with a concussion, 3 broken ribs, a fractured wrist, and 2 nights in the hospital. Security footage caught it all, and when it went public, the city erupted in outrage, demanding justice. The courtroom was packed that morning. Reporters, concerned citizens, veteran groups, and Judge Caprio's longtime followers all sensing that today something extraordinary would unfold. As Derek entered, designer suit perfectly pressed and watch gleaming under the lights, his smirk instantly drew disdain. He barely acknowledged the victim sitting mere feet away in his veteran's cap and cast, a man who had risked everything for his country, now reduced in Derek's mind to some old guy who got in my way. Judge Caprio, a 76-year-old judge who had seen thousands of cases, recognized arrogance when he saw it, and his eyes hardened as he addressed Derek. Despite his lawyer's attempts to frame the case as mistaken identity, Derek doubled down, calling the assault ridiculous and dismissing Martinez's service, exposing a profound lack of respect and accountability. The court gasped, and tension surged. Then came the pivotal moment. Judge Caprio asked the veteran to stand and speak. With quiet dignity, Martinez recounted his service in Vietnam, his decades as a firefighter, and the senseless attack Derek had committed, emphasizing that respect for human life and decency transcends age, rank, or position. Every word landed like a weight on Derek's conscience, though his arrogance was still visible. But then the moment that would echo through Providence history. Judge Caprio called for Police Chief Thomas Cole to step forward. The chief, dressed in plain clothes, walked slowly to the front, his presence heavy with the weight of decades of service, not as a father protecting his child, but as a man of principle and justice. Addressing the court, he declared that Derek's actions were unacceptable, that privilege and family ties do not place anyone above the law, and that he would not interfere with any consequence deemed appropriate. His words cut deeper than any judge's gavel. Love, he explained, is not shielding a child from accountability, but ensuring they face the consequences of their actions and learn from them. Derek's bravado crumbled as he realized the full extent of his misjudgment, tears finally breaking through his years of arrogance. Judge Caprio, embodying both justice and compassion, delivered a sentence designed not just to punish, but to transform. 90 days in jail, 200 hours of community service working with veterans, 1 year of anger management, multiple forms of formal apology, including face-to-face reconciliation with Martinez, and a public video to educate others on accountability, privilege, and respect. Over the following months, Derek's time spent helping veterans, completing his service hours, and engaging in honest self-reflection reshaped him completely. He developed humility, purpose, and a true understanding of respect and duty. His public apology went viral, reaching millions, illustrating what genuine accountability looks like, while his father remained a guiding presence, not to protect, but to mentor. The story became a blueprint for justice, showing that integrity sometimes demands placing principle above parental instinct, that the true measure of love is not comfort, but guidance through consequences, and that transformation is possible when one is willing to confront their own failures honestly. By the time Derek left the correctional facility 6 months later, he had become an advocate for veteran services, using his experience to teach others about privilege, responsibility, and redemption. What happened in that courtroom was more than a legal case. It was a masterclass in justice, love,